like genocide and war crimes, systematic rape, torture, and murder by corrupt government officials in places like Bangladesh and Burundi and Darfur. Right? So he equates our American police and our American prosecutors with those kinds of corrupt, evil officials in those broken countries. That's the low esteem with which he holds our police and prosecutors in our criminal justice system. Well, got some good news. We are about 11 months away from an election, and we are going to retire Keith Ellison from politics for good. So just real briefly, my background, my wife Jenny and I, we live in Fire Lake. We've got 3 young kids, ages 9, 11, and 5. And they're the real reason I'm running. I want them to have a Minnesota that they can be proud of. I want them to be able to build productive lives here in our state. I don't want to have them move to some other state to do that. You know? And so that's why I'm running. And we're going to win this office back for the first time in a generation. We're going to win this not for the cause of the Republican Party, not for the cause of any party, but rather for the cause of liberty, the rule of law, the Constitution, for freedom. And that's why we're running. That's why we're running. My background, I spent a lot of time, I was a clerk at the Minnesota Supreme Court, went to Georgetown undergrad and law school. I practiced law with Andy Parker over here. Fantastic, one of the best attorneys there is. And I also was at SCAD and some other firms. I worked for a number of years with Alliance Defending Freedom, which is a Christian nonprofit law firm fighting for free speech and religious freedom in cases all across the country. So I'm a constitutional lawyer, and I know how to fight in court. I know how to fight in the court of public opinions, and we are going to bring this battle to Keith Ellison, and we will win this thing. And then when I'm Attorney General, we're going to do things very, very differently. Number one, we will restore law and order. We do that. We do that by doing this. We rebuild the criminal division of the office, hire veteran prosecutors into the office, or 20 or so of them, and send those veteran prosecutors out to take over cases from the county attorneys, put criminals behind bars, and stop the cycle of arrest and release. And that's the best way to support law enforcement. Because law enforcement, they are tired of seeing the same people back on the street after they just arrested them days or weeks or maybe a few short months earlier. So we aggressively prosecute criminals, make sure lawbreaking has consequences, and that helps boost the morale of police. Then we use the bully pulpit of the AG's office and send a clear message that the state of Minnesota and the Attorney General's office supports and honors and celebrates those who wear blue and risk their lives every day to protect us. That's critical. Just 2 other quick things. Critical race theory. It's a terrible thing, right? It's evil. It's immoral. Yep. Teaching kids to judge people based on the color of their skin. It's Martin Luther King Jr. upside down. And guess what? When a school district does this and creates a hostile environment in the classroom, when they do these exercises, I've heard of one where they divide people up based on skin color, and they say, okay, you guys are the victims, you guys are the oppressors. Well, you know what? That creates a hostile environment in the classroom that discriminates on the basis of race. That is illegal under state anti-discrimination laws. It's also illegal under federal anti-discrimination laws. So we are going to investigate school districts that do this. And if they will counsel them to stop, if they won't stop, we will sue them, and we will end critical race theory in Minnesota. And then, election integrity is so important. We just need to make sure that all the legal votes count, right? All the legal votes need to count. And we don't need them diluted by any illegal votes. And so what we will do is investigate and prosecute voter fraud. We're going to send the message that if you commit voter fraud in Minnesota, you'll go to jail. Yeah. By doing that, we'll have clean elections and restore confidence in our election system. So things are looking very good. I asked for your support. We had a great result at State Central on Saturday. There was a straw poll. We won the straw poll with 61% support of the delegates. The next closest competitor had 20%. So a 41-point margin of victory. So we are consolidating our support. I ask you to join me. Make sure you go to DougWardlowAG.com, sign up to volunteer and to donate. We are going to beat Keith Ellison. We're going to win this election. We're going to make Minnesota free again, and we are going to make Minnesota safe again. So thank you all. God bless.